Everybody, we back with another sold out live, another sold out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. My name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional try on hauls, and of course, y'all know we got Music Mondays slowly being integrated into it, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you like content about sneakers, you're in the right place. I'm gonna let my homie go ahead and introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's me, Dev Dunks. You guys know me by now, man. I hope everybody's day's going well. I hope your week's been going well. We've been in a Discord pretty active. Everything's been going well so far. So, let's just keep it that way, man. Same with the lives, man. Let's just keep them going, man, and, dive right into it. I'm ready.
Most definitely, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up already, man. Y'all see the topic. Pretty much SneakerCon officially bans mystery boxes following the controversy. Now, me and Dunks had touched on this topic, what? I want to say roughly, I guess, beginning of, I guess we're going to say technically last month now, right?
Yeah.
Because now February technically is a new month. It just kind of like low-key, even though I already don't pay all my bills, it just really hit me. I'm like, oh, snap, it's February. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. It's definitely caught me off guard. Now we see Nice Kicks have put up an article. I think that's where I kind of saw it at first. So we're gonna touch on that tonight. We're gonna see who all we got in the building. Show a little bit of love. Y'all smash the like button as y'all are slowly starting to come in here, man. Appreciate everybody for showing love. My bad, that really came out of nowhere. But let me hit the chat real quick. Ryan Odell says, "What's good, Jay? What up? Just relaxing, trying to stay warm." Kwame says, "Yo, what up, Kwame? Chilling, trying to stay warm like Ryan." Man with the kick says, "Yerp." Dunks, of course. Prayers to my icy boys on the east. Yeah, you got jokes, but yeah, definitely prayers. One of the things that kind of delayed me starting this live, I had to make sure I had everything warmed up. Let me just put it like that. The kid 007 says, "Sup, cuz? Zup. What up?"
Sup?
Man with the kick says, "Smash that like button for the squad and join the Discord if you're not a member yet." Bing bong. I need to get that joint pinned in real quick. Y'all give me like 2 seconds. Kwame says, "What's good at SISA?" SISA says, "What's good? All what up?"
Yo.
We got Cedric in the building says, "Sup, y'all." Salutes from Manny with the kicks to SISA and Cedric. Let's see. SI says, Didn't see that today at SneakerCon. Yeah, because it's officially banned. And they knew, honestly, I think, I'm not trying to defend anything, but one of the things, I know y'all think I probably ride eBay's, you know what, a little too much, but no matter how you slicing and dicing, man, to keep it 100, I think this is going to be a good thing for eBay pretty much taking over SneakerCon, so to speak, because SneakerCon that's how eBay use their authentication. But the thing is, with eBay being such a big platform, if I'm pretty sure when things like this hit the press, they're like, handle it or we gonna handle y'all pretty much out the door. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep, I don't know. This is just how, you know what I'm saying? If we gonna keep it 100, that's kind of how we gotta kind of look at it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's just kind of one of my things on it. I'm getting this joint pinned up real quick. Give me like 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna get people pinned up in this joint for sure. Hold up, because I want to get the invite in here real quick, and we will get everything like squared away. So I do have another one, but I do want to pin one to the chat because I see that it's trying to give me another joint, but I don't really want to do that. Let's see. I'm gonna go a different route. I'll just using one I got in YouTube is what I'm trying to do. Shout out to all the new members that signed up for the Discord too. If y'all enjoyed, we also had music, DJ music hour. We had that from time to time. So if you guys want to check that out, really goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Helps us out tremendously. I think I got it right here. Hold on real quick. Whoops, did not mean to play that. Y'all bear with the kid. I'm like freestyling right now on the spot. But I just want to get this pin to the chat before we get too deep into it. And y'all bear with me because this is kind of one of those things. Is it borderline like a scam? You know, so we're going to touch on this some more. I hate to kind of seem like I'm picking on one of the homies, but I'm really not trying to. So I'm just going to pin this real quick. Y'all give me like 2 seconds. Just sent that joint through the chat. And yeah, y'all bear with me. Y'all know the kid be working on this joint, man. I should have already had this already pinned, but I just too much. All right, cool. There we go. We good. Let's see. Who else we just got in the chat real quick? The kid says, in case you didn't know, Bud and Jordane's son. Okay, cool. All right. Cool. We talking about my uncle and his wife. Okay, cool. Salutes. Appreciate you for coming through.
Yo.
Yeah, family members in the building, man. I guess I gotta keep because that means pretty much it's gonna get back to my family, but they already know me anyway, man. But anyway, and they should know Dunks as well. So anyway. So, like we're saying, SneakerCon, man, Band's mystery box game. I'm gonna share my screen here real quick and get things rolling on. Smash that like button as y'all come in this joint for sure. Let's see. We're gonna go here. Boom, right here. So this is what I seen on Instagram earlier. Kind of really want to touch on this one. So pretty much Band, as you know, I don't know, and it's just a legend. I feel like they were picking on just pretty much all the people that they like. I would say like probably like you or me and probably the people in the Discord and you know, we wouldn't probably fall for this type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or we would know, or we remember what happened one time when a dude was outside of SneakerCon playing that. But this is slightly different because this was actually inside of it. My question is, how long had this been going on before it finally hit the press? Like, how long did SneakerCon have that going on for the mystery boxes?
I'm gonna say this. I don't think that just like with everything, I think social media is playing a big part in all of it. You know, back then you didn't really have the social media coverage like you kind of have now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really, honestly, I think that's what really brought it to the light. You know, just the social media aspect of it. You know, everything is just so out there and open to the public now. Like literally anybody can see it now. You know, back in the day you didn't really have that, so it was just more of a one of those guys be aware when you go to SneakerCon because this could happen, like a word of mouth type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't get
now.
Don't fall like they'll be like, don't fall for the mystery box trick.
Yeah. It's like one of those things. It would be one of those unspoken rules to look out for when you're at SneakerCon, which now is like more at the forefront. You actually see it happening. So you know, and you know, so I'm saying more reach. So you know, obviously, it affects a lot more people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
understandable. Let me see what we got here. So on this Instagram post from Nice Kicker says SneakerCon has banned all mystery boxes from being transicated at our events. This policy will be effective immediately enforced at SneakerCon San Antonio, which is February 4th. There's some free advertising for you, Mr. SneakerCon. We appreciate the feedback from the community and thank everyone from the continued support. Then we had somebody in Discord say they went to the SneakerCon, but they ain't cop nothing today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty much going on. So he's in so he pretty much let us know his location. He's in San Antonio. Shouts out to the people in San Antonio. And this is kind of breaking down their note why it's pretty much banned, which we already kind of went over this, which is no gambling, which I mean, I guess it has a zero tolerance for gambling of any kind, but I mean, I could literally, if I really wanted to, I could take it there. But this is one of those examples again. I'm not gonna play the audio, but we've seen this where pretty much you pretty much give them X amount of money, but you're expecting to receive the same thing in return. And honestly, I would assume the people that's doing this, they're new to the game. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the one the shoot it only goes for like $97, and the homie pretty much was like, but they're saying it's worth $300. Yeah, exactly. They're saying it's worth $300, but that shoe's worth $97 on the resale on the aftermarket. So it's like there's no way homie's gonna make profit on that. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know, I hate to say it, but that's just what it is. I do want to point out real quick another thing. I'm gonna show this at the end of the live. But me and Dunks, if y'all aren't signed up for the Sold Out Discord, sign up for the Sold Out Discord. We do have the new merch officially up on here. So I'm sharing my screen so y'all can see this real quick. The link is in my description. Also, if you're in the Sold Out Discord, we already posted that joint. This is a new merch. You know, me and Dunks been working on this behind the scenes, mostly Dunks, but we had to do some collaboration today to get this up. I know one of the things we should have been had on the Discord on the merch was a hoodie, so I'm glad to see that. So y'all can see we got the tees gonna be in white and black, of course the coffee mugs, and yeah, so we got the logo on there. These joints, can't wait to get mine in because I just got my order placed in and stashed. So yeah, man, and we went black on this one, so Hopefully, y'all are feeling these right here. And then we're definitely probably going to switch it up a little bit later on down the road. But for now, this is what we're rolling with. What y'all think of this, man? I
Yeah.
think this is pretty. I think this is dope, man. You ever do something and you just like, you realize like after, I don't know about you, Dunk, when we was working on this today, this personally made me feel like, damn, like we really, I
Yeah.
don't know I ain't saying we did shit or anything, but I'm like, whatever we doing, we really being passionate about. It felt good seeing your progress finally show up.
Exactly, bro. Like, we out there, man. We worldwide, bro. You know,
Yeah,
what I
appreciate
think,
it.
man.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you for, like I say, bringing me onto this. Like I say, I had a idea, you had a platform, and we just made it work. Like I say, and look where we're at now.
Most definitely, most definitely. Let me hit the chat real quick, see who all what we got going on real quick before we dive back in on this topic. The kid says my son Cameron is somewhat a sneakerhead. I'm assuming that's what you meant in quotation. So I'll get him to check you out. He's on the PS5 right now, and I'm about to start family game channel for you to catch soon. Okay, cool. Ellis Family Gang hashtag. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Let's see. Manuel the Kick says salute the kid. Let's see. Mystery GR boxes more like it. Most definitely. If we can even call it that. Like generals, even some of the general releases be going for retail, and these going, these going way below that. So they could have. My thing is this: they could have at least got them as some stuff where it was at. I ain't gonna say cool. I get it. The way they gonna make money, they gotta tax it. Say the shoes X worth amount, but at least get something where it's like, okay, it is like I can break even, so to speak. Like get them an actual shoe that's at least like it didn't go up, it didn't go down. So it's like, okay, cool. You can borderline argue it, but it still would have happened regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Derek Dynasty says they're scamming a bunch of kids. Exactly, because we've seen that several times. Kwame says it'd be kind of fun to be surprised if the values were what they said they were gonna be. Yeah, exactly. In theory, if done correctly, it wouldn't be no issue. But that's a problem. They're trying to make money, and that's my thing with a lot of these like resellers, the newer ones per se, and all of the older ones as well, because they all in it to make a whole bunch of money. But my thing is this, at least try to be somewhat fair. I remember, and to be honest, it wasn't just SneakerCon doing this. I can think of who else was doing the mystery boxes. They on the West Coast. They got the one joint where you can pay a monthly fee to get shoes at decent prices too. I've caught some shoes from them as well. I'm trying to think of it. Soul Supremacy. There we go. Soul Supremacy on the West Coast. They were doing the mystery box things. I don't think you had to wait till it opened up and this and the third. They would do a mystery box, but I'm assuming same concept, but they're doing it from their own store. And a lot of these stores that were opening up, especially like the newer ones that haven't been around forever. Like I can think of another store. I'm not gonna say its name because it's like just know it's something kicks, and it ain't cool kicks. But they was doing it a little bit too. It was like a wave for like mystery boxes. But long story short, when you put two and two together, one thing that I can think of is like I get it. For them to make X amount of money, it ain't no point in them. They're trying to make it seem like, hey, we're really hooking you up. When actuality is like, no, we're hooking ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? And you know what really used to bother me about it is a lot of these sneaker YouTubers, the bigger ones, and I'm not trying to take shots at anybody in particular because all of them, almost majority of them did it. And they would always claim like, guys, they didn't know it was me, blah, blah, blah. I literally just was just like signing up. I used a fake name, this and that. Like, no, you didn't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have that nice affiliate link for us to sign up so you can get a percentage of if that block XYZ.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
know. They know, you know what I'm saying? And again, I ain't saying nobody's name, but because if I go down the rabbit hole, we'll be on this live way too long. But I'll say this, they all kind of, and then I noticed with the bigger sneaker YouTubers, it's all like a trend. It's like once one of them accept it, all the rest of them just follow suit. And it wasn't like that before all the sponsoring and everything got involved, because like it used to be like you really can go to each one of these channels and get something slightly different, so to speak. And that's what I want to kind of bring back to the channel too. Like, not that I ever had it. I'm just saying that's how I want to keep the channel in general, where I don't want you to feel like after this sponsorship, then like, all right, cool. Now this is what the video is actually about, guys. And then close out with another ad. And I get it. It's about making money and feeding your family. So I'm not going to knock that, but I want it to be strictly about you. I want this to feel as genuine as possible. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
for sure. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. So, let me hit the chat again. It says Ryan Odell says fire. Gotta grab a tee. Appreciate that, homie. Most
Oh
definitely, man. And salutes to the people that already don't cop some merch already. That's in the Discord. I know at least of several people said they'd already copped something.
yeah. Yep.
So appreciate that. Goes a long way. The prices are as fair as we could possibly make them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I want to leave it at that. G Tonight says salute, sold out fam. What up, G Tonight?
Yo, what's up, G?
Manny with the Kick says merch and I need collab with y'all later on the line. Hey, salutes to the good fellas. You know what to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We can make it happen. Definitely would like to add that as well because hey, extra input, motivation, it ain't gonna do nothing but help with growth. And I seen already, if I'm not mistaken, on Instagram, I seen your work, some of your graphic design already, Manny. So most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Definitely ain't gonna do nothing but help. J Ross has sold out mystery boxes. Nah, nah, we
Nah.
not gonna do that. And if we wasn't do something like that, it ain't even worth it, man. Because the thing is, like, it ain't gonna look good. And I ain't saying I'm not gonna ever do a shoe giveaway or something like that, but I mean, like, I know I ain't finna put together a big box. And because the thing is, I can think of another sneaker YouTuber who did this, right? He don't even post videos anymore. He was actually up there too, but you know, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was doing the mystery box joints where he was pretty much, and I think this kind of didn't help him either, but he addressed it. I think he was selling them for $25 a piece, but it's like only one box would have like that one hype sneaker that he was talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
So if he did 50 mystery boxes for $25 a piece, and he's saying, hey, yeah, you're spending $25, but you're getting $100 worth of stuff, is what he was saying. And then in one of these boxes, I'm gonna surprise y'all and drop this shoe in there. Whoever gets it is random. I don't know.
Yeah.
XYZ. But people got tired of that too. Like that's a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people do it where as far as like, hey, selling these, you could win this shoe, quote unquote, for you know, and number magic number $25 is like, I'm not selling it. What I'm gonna do is you enter the raffle, they'll do a raffle, which is
Yeah.
same thing, form of gambling. You do a raffle, all $25, and I'm gonna do a random selection. Even someone would do it live, and then you know, hey, you can possibly win this shoe. If not, I'm keeping your 20. Either way, it's set up for them to win. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to get at.
It's
You,
all profit regardless.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Manny with the kick says salute tonight. J Rod says sold out. Read that one. Manny with the kicks. G tonight says salute to Manny, and we got Dun Layla. Hoping I'm saying that correctly. If not, forgive me. I think you've been here before, and I kind of jacked it up, so I'm sorry. And they can see the name of the person making purchases by credit/debit card. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of little different things that you can go down the rabbit hole of what it is. I don't think they're even focused on it. Yeah, when you're doing raffling, yeah, they can see the us exactly. Whenever you're making purchases, I think what you're talking about is whenever the YouTubers would say they didn't know it was them, this and the third. It's like, yeah, but they can see exactly. They'll see who it gives them all that information. So they most likely know their name, even if they're using their government name. It's like, honestly, I can break down some of these people. Well, some of them use their real name. Actually, we know if you watched them for a long time, like me, and I may be overthinking this, I can think of all these guys first and almost last, at least their first name, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Once.
yeah. Manny with the kicks is getting a little laugh on. It says, "Laugh my eyes off from where the L is my name." He says, "Laugh my eyes off, friend, where the L is my name." Okay, uh, I don't know. I'm lost on that one, but y'all gotta forgive me for that one, man. But I want to go over this article on Nice Kicks. I think they broke it down a little bit more in depth, even though they had it on their Instagram. I do want to read this article real quick, and share this with you guys. My bad. I feel like I'm like jittery though. Says SneakerCon officially bans mystery boxes following controversy. Last month, yeah, just like I said, SneakerCon took over Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where the convention went viral for its mystery box debacle. Hosted by, I'm not going to say his name, the owner of Royal One Sneaker Store. Okay, yeah, so that's the guy that we kind of got in the background here. That's his name. So his name is that. According to Complex, SneakerCon has now officially banned mystery boxes following the controversy for $300. Oh, so everybody had to pay $300 regardless. Wow. So hold on, wait, homie. I didn't know. I thought all the prices varied. So you mean to tell me at SneakerCon he makes him pay $300 and homie won a $97 shoe?
Yeah, it's $300 for the box, right?
Yeah, it's $300 for the fucking box. And you mean to tell me, like, after you drop $300, you could? Oh hell no! You could at least put like
Yeah.
some worthy bricks in there for like that's going for like at least 200. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, you paying for you get 300 straight up, whether it's some pandas or some, regardless.
Wow, I didn't know. This is the part that wasn't. This is good that we did a part two. This is the part where I don't think they put the prices on what they were going for. So yeah, hell no. Heck no, bro. I gotta read on. For $300, attendees of SneakerCon could purchase a mystery box from Royal One, which included a surprise sneaker inside, quote unquote. They didn't put it in quotes, but I'm gonna put it in quote. Shoppers quickly noticed that the mystery boxes were mostly duds, which with majority of the surprise sneakers worth less than the MSRP value. For the $300 price tag, many felt that the mystery boxes were a scam. Wow, a lot. And see, this is the thing. He getting this look. He got. Remember, we showed this last time. A little kid got. I think those are what it looks like. Travis is on his feet. Yeah. But remember, we showed this joint. Like,
yeah. I already said that seems set up, but like I say, allegedly, I don't know.
Exactly. Let me hit the video on this for people who didn't know. I got a question. Remember, this dude hair, like, how long does it take to get his hair done? I just want to know.
And also, what just seems another thing I want to add to this as we're watching, what does seem funny about this is how the kid paid $300 for the mystery box when it just so coincidentally, I'm pretty sure whatever size he is, that's what the shoe is going for on resale anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Assuming looking at that kid, he's probably about a 4, you know what I'm saying? Probably about a 3 or 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's gonna be a shoe of your size. So he's going through to pick whatever 6.5 available.
So whatever size he's getting, I'm sure that's what the resale price for that shoe is at the current moment anyway.
Yeah. He looks like semi. I mean, I hate to say it, this little kid looks so like he's new. You know what I'm saying, to the game. Like, no offense, like you just know he's new. People stand around and watch this. Homie was not happy with that.
No.
Like, you saw how that small box joint. Did you see how he opened it and threw it back in there? He like slung it like, what the?
Is that like that the AirPod case that they make of like the little Jordan shoe? They make the AirPod cases that you can put your AirPods in. Like,
I don't know if it was in. I remember those was a thing. I'm glad that kind of died too. I remember that was a thing as well. I'm glad that kind of died. I'm glad that not kind of died. I'm glad it did die. Where everybody was making like iPod, like if you got a pair, like I got several like AirPods, but if you got an AirPod, they were making AirPod cases with all. I'm kind of glad that died.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that died. I'm so glad that died. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, ugh.
You know what case I got for mine? My pocket.
Exactly.
That's what I got. Stick the mugs in my pocket and I need them.
You an idiot. But facts though, that's my thing. Put them motherfuckers in your pocket and call it a day. Like, it's not like whenever you get in their pocket, they get extra dirty. Like, what is this case really doing? And like,
the only gripe I do got though is that if you're wearing some extra like dyed blue jeans, like the dye will start to fade onto your case.
Maybe so, but also then too, like one of the things I want to point out, like even if like maybe that's rare, but I always think about this. What is those case even really protecting AirPods wise? Because I don't drop my joints like from the average fall. It's not like the phone where it's got a whole bunch of weight. So when you drop them, they don't land. To be honest, they don't really land that hard. Pause.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like this case, which keep in mind the case only covers the case. I dropped the pods, not the case. Whoever drops their AirPod case?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dropped your joint?
Yeah. Actually, a funny story. I'm on my second pair because my first pair they made me mad. So kind of like.
What do you mean they made you mad? How does some AirPods make you mad?
Well, because I was listening to something and they just weren't cooperating. They weren't connecting, man. They were just being weird. So I kind of like just got rid of
which ones you got? Which version? Which one? Because they got what, 4 different versions out?
Yeah, I got the Pro 2s. Well, now I have the Pro 2s.
I got the Pros. Is the Pro 2s worth it?
I mean, they're headphones, I mean, the only difference is that I would say is that they have like that little lanyard thing on the side, that you can like attach a lanyard to. But as in like sound wise, it's honestly no difference from the AirPod first versions,
True. Let me hit the chat real quick. Ron says, "Tell me you are a gambler without telling me you're a gambler." Basically,
hey, it's Vegas, man. That's where them boxes coming from. That's where those mystery boxes. So it's a Vegas thing, yeah. So
okay,
definitely some gambling.
Oh, so Royal Ones. You said, yeah, you did say they out there, huh?
Yeah, Royal One is here in Vegas, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Cedric says 300 for some G Fazos. Let's see. J Rod says, "What's everyone's favorite Valentine shoe? This year or just in general? Because this year is gonna be these Valentine dunks, but I mean, they got a whole bunch of themed sneakers. I see they even done it with Air Maxes as well. Let's see.
I'll be right back, okay?
All right, cool. I'm just hitting the chat. Jay Brooks says, I saw a kid get a mystery box for 300 with Jordan 1 heritage in it. Awful. Yeah. Let's see. Run reviews laughing. Cedric says, LOL. Kwame says, my favorite side AirPod died faster than left. I need some new ones. Okay. Damn. So one of them died. Okay. It dies faster than the other one. Okay. Yeah, mine do that from time to time. Honestly, I think one of the things, and I don't know if this is you, Kwame. Once I realize one of the pods isn't charging as good as they should be, or it's dying as fast, I find out just cleaning the case simply helps. Like if you clean the case inside, not just the pods, clean the pods, but clean the case, then it'll pretty much do its thing. Mike Pango in the building. What up, Mike Pango? Says Pro 2 is way better, but don't need to get them unless you have the upgrade. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put myself on the main screen real quick. I know Dunks is coming back, but I'm gonna just put this on the main screen real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all how bad of a problem I got. Right, I know this is a little off mode, and this is why I feel like I might as well just go ahead and buy the AirPod Part 2s because I forgot which version is these joints. This is the AirPods where I think they did like an AirPod 2, and then I got the original joints because these were my favorite, but I realized how bad the quality was on these. And then I got the Pros as well. I don't have the Pro 2s because I was like, yo, you doing too much already. So I got all of these joints, and I'm like, honestly, I used to hate the Pros, but now I love the Pros. And then these joints are supposed to be the next better. These got good quality, but they're just not. I don't know.
I feel like I like how the the first version AirPods. I like the fit better.
The fit.
Yeah, I like how the fitment better.
On which ones?
The originals, just the.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel too. That's
I don't really like the rubber tips. I don't like the rubber tip.
It took me a minute to get used to the rubber tips. Pause.
Yeah, and and because they don't fit all the way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I have small
mine just finally started fitting right.
Yeah, I guess
they still I couldn't work out in them. Now the regular pods, the first generation, I could work out in them.
Yeah, they stay in. Like I don't know. Like
I
I
thought
guess
it
it's
was
just like
just, I thought it was just my ears.
no. I guess it's just like when I guess when the sweat hits your ears, it just makes them like loose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, my problem is where mine is loose instantly because with having like gauged ears,
Hmm.
I keep them oiled, like moisturized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So easily, you're gonna touch around the ear. When you put that joint there, it slides right off. Like,
yeah,
bloop, they put it right in. It's
yeah,
over.
yeah. And I think because I was coming back as he was saying about the one dies more than the other, and that's what the issue was. You were like, how they make you bad? I think that's what it was. Like I was listening to music and like he just died on me. I'm like, how? I literally just charged him. How is it? How's it already dead? So I kind of just like at that point I felt I had no use for them.
So the Pro Tools you think are good?
Yeah, yeah, they work. They get the job done. Like I say, I'm not gonna.
How
I
do they
mean,
fit? Do they fit good though? That's my biggest thing. How's the fit?
I feel like they all fit the same pro. You know, pro version. I feel like they all fit the same. You know,
Gotcha.
maybe you can buy like some aftermarket tips. Pause to
I don't nah. As much as Apple charging for these damn AirPods, I shouldn't have to buy any aftermarket anything to make it better, bro.
yeah,
In
no,
my
you should.
opinion,
You shouldn't,
I get
but
what you're saying, and I appreciate it. It's not you, it's Apple. I'm got the issue with.
mm-hmm.
Um, Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Kwame says, I'm kind of digging the up tempo too. Let's see. Mr. 314 says salutes to Dunks. What up, Mr. 314?
What's going on?
Most definitely. Let me get back to the article real quick. Let me share my screen. Let's see. We're gonna go boom. Yeah. So this is pretty much what we just saw. We just finished watching the video. It says thoughts on the mystery boxes at the sneaker community. That's from Nice Kicks. And then so it says Royal One store owner addressed the backlash, saying that the viral videos weren't showing the full story and that people weren't sharing highlights like the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Founds, the Travis Scott and Air Jordan 1 Black Phantoms, and more. He continued saying that the mystery boxes game was a gamble allowing you a 1 in 3 chance to hit it big. So he pretty much put his foot in his mouth by using the word gamble. And at that point, it was pretty much over. So I think we already kind of read this one. I know we played this video before of him.
Sorry about that. You got the fucking ambulance going.
So he claims the people who hits on those shoes, like the Travis's and the Lost and Found. So apparently he said it. He said people have hit on Lost and Founds and Travis's, but nobody. Why would they not post that video? If a little kid hit on that, my thing is this: it's not about them posting that video. The people that shot that video, it sounded like him in the background. He shot himself showing that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who shot it because we can't see who's behind the scenes. He put 2 grand prizes for a 1-day show. So I guess you can also add an extra but see, y'all get that free anyway. What I'm assuming is instead of what they'll probably say is like, all right, cool, we got a table. Instead of us having 3 guests or 4 guests with us, we'll trade that and give that to somebody else free. So I mean, like y'all, they're not losing, they're not gaining any money from that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we already seen that video. Pretty much, we showed that this shoe was going for $92. I think we saw this one as well. Oh, this is another little kid. This one you said it looked like it was set up too. Them shorts fire though.
Mm-hmm. See that, and that's what I was saying. He's literally paying for what the shoe is going for in his size anyway.
Yeah. That look too staged, bro.
Yeah.
Look, come on, bro. Why are you get up, man? It ain't like he got the mochas or something. And I know this is kind of weird, but like this must be somebody mom with those Chuck Taylors on though. Sorry. I'm noticing the weirdest thing. This little kid that happy though.
Yeah. He got an AirPod case too.
This too staged, bro. That was too staged. I don't care what nobody say. It says last sold was 600, so he could probably buy them right now. Apparently, somebody got him going for 500. In his size because he's a 5.5 men, 5.5. So he paid 300. So apparently, this shoe was supposed to be. He's supposed to have gained $200 over this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna play this. I guess we can play this. But oh yeah, see, and he's kind of pretty much. He put his foot in his mouth by saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He put his foot in the mouth by saying that. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Kwame read that one. We got Dominique. It says Cowboys will win the Super Bowl next year. I don't know. We shall see. I ain't even gonna. Yeah.
Doubt that.
I noticed somebody. I think Manny and them had mentioned me to do like a live Super Bowl get the joint. I might. Cause I am gonna do some wings. I know we had like a little wing thing we're gonna do and post that in the Discord. Dunks, you should join the party. Up to you. But I definitely don't have no plans for a Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure that's next Sunday. I might can do that depending on the time. I'm not gonna commit to it right now. I need to be sold a little bit more. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Let me get to this article real quick. It says after reviewing SneakerCon's code of conduct, the Nice Kicks team noticed that the terms included a direct no gambling clause and that the convention has a zero tolerance policy for gambling of any kind. SneakerCon said quickly responded to the mystery box controversy, saying that it would further access the situation and have a policy in place by the next SneakerCon in February, which they did. SneakerCon followed up on their promise and have now released a statement in which they impressed the decision to ban mystery boxes. So this is the statement from SneakerCon themselves. SneakerCon has banned all mystery boxes from being translated at our events. Read this one. I read this earlier. The policy read that one. I read this earlier because this was us on Nice Kick, so they just posted on this page. I don't need to run all the way through it. Let's see. Chase, that's the dude's name. Apparently, that's at Royal. What is it? Royal One.
Yeah.
The main vendor hosting the mystery box game did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Of course not. He don't. You know what I'm saying? We already don't put him on the chopping block for this. And so yeah, this is from their Instagram right here. That's the latest post, pretty much showing that out there. Now he's showing pretty much how homie had. I don't say he got scammed, but I mean that was kind of messed up, and he seemed really excited for that. So that's pretty much the end of that article. I think Complex touched on it, but I don't think they're gonna have anything more to say. Maybe just kind of reworded. Let's say weeks after viral videos, mystery boxes sales at SneakerCon sparked a backlash online. Yeah. So pretty much, see, this is my whole thing was at $300. So I think this is where I want to pick up on this one. It says the grand prizes, the best possible outcome for these boxes are pairs like the Concepts Nike SB Low Orange Lobster. I ain't seen nobody hit that. Or the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Black Phantom, which that looks staged. Go for around $500 and $725 on the resale markets, respectively. But most videos show more lackluster pairs like the unreleased True Blue. Yeah, we saw that one. That was worth significantly less than the box's $300 asking price. Some of the boxes also come with cash to pad the value. Okay, so some of them they do put money in there. So this is homie Instagram, which I had put this on there. So this is him. I guess he's sitting on the throne. Like this is the king of pretty much mystery boxes, and he's put mystery boxes. When was this joint? I want to touch. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up and see if anybody put any like comments on this joint. Because he's got 10,000 followers. You said, yeah. And of course, this is brings up proof. Dunks knows what he's talking about. He's the owner. This is on the Las Vegas Strip. Didn't know that. He does YouTube. I mean, we may have to see what that. I'm not gonna play in his videos, but yeah, there's his homie's Instagram. And I did want to pull up that article of that, but I get here it is right here. This is where he put it on there, even on his own post. I just want to see what people are putting. Oh, homie thought he was doing something. Hold on, wait. Is this all those are supposed to be chunky dunkies back there? Are those chunky dunky boxes? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that's that mystery box bull. It's the mystery box. He's selling them then, yeah. Phoenix weekend, this weekend, September 24th. Ready, we're coming with bigger and better with 100. Oh, it looks like a chunky dunky box, but these are his mystery box. He started this bullshit then. So yeah, you were right. In September. I ain't even got to, you know what? I do want to hear what he's saying. Fuck it.
So those are the shoes you have a chance to win, I'm assuming.
Huh?
So those are the shoes you will have a chance at winning?
Yeah, he said everybody gets that. Everybody gets a raffle ticket. He says that the boxes come with 5 prizes in there. So it's the shoes plus 4 more items.
Okay.
Said you can also I'm breaking this down. Wow, I didn't even mean this was 19 weeks ago that he posted this. I didn't even really think to go down the rabbit hole. Thank you. What is this complex? But yeah, he said you also have a chance of possibly winning $1,000. This is all alleged, and in my opinion, just to throw this out there. But I'm also putting this directly from the source. So if homie's mad, you posted this. I'm just reacting to what you already posted. But anyway, yeah, he said you also have a chance to win $1,000 cash. You see that?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so. So, I guess this is when he kind of started it. Yeah, so pretty much this was 19 weeks ago. Let's see. I just read a few of the comments. Says, "Don't worry, the shoes you see are not in those boxes." That was 3 weeks ago. Says straight robbery. Damn, 400 guarantee for $80 shoes. That's crazy. Bricks, mystery bricks is what somebody put. SneakerCon should ban you. A lot of people already were saying that, and they definitely did. Bundles and throws in so much extra, it's just a distraction to lose your focus on how shitty each box is. Okay. Paying for a box basically half the price ain't worth more than 200 seen in the videos. Your mystery boxes are a waste. Wow. So this was 19 weeks ago. So people been feeling some type of way in September. It didn't even take long. So September, October, November, December, January, they went on and got his ass up out of there. So 5 months. 5 months to get the hell out of this. Sneaker con artist is what some wow. Con artist. You get it? Like sneaker con artist. Got you. You know what's a mystery to me? Why this dude is wearing a dead shirt. I'd bet the entire stack of shoes that he can't name a single song. Oh, okay. So he's talking about dudes attire. Let's see. Be careful what you pay for. A lot of fakes out there, and they are getting better. How much is one of the boxes? 300. Somebody replied, yeah, they 300 a piece. First come, first serve. Okay, cool. Yeah. So pretty much people was already mad then. It just took a minute for. Oh wow, actually, that was just one of the videos. Yeah, he's been advertising this ish. So this has kind of been his thing. Why would you have this many pairs? This was 57 weeks ago. This is one of the and I don't want to hate. I get it because he's trying to do the sell of the store. These are those Jordan 1 breads, the patent leather joints, which I borderline wasn't too much of a fan of those. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's kind of how they move. And my thing is this, dude, every picture you got to have your head down. Why? I'm just saying, like every picture, like his head down. And he's not speaking, his head's down. Anyway, what he's trying to show off his style. So this is another one of the mystery box things. We read that one. Yeah, so that's the one I read. So he tried to advertise this. I wonder how much money actually people won from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this one he posted his picture. Like, I guess, homie, honestly, he eating. You know what I'm saying? Those shoes, let's say if majority of them go for like anywhere from we know the minimum that we seen is $97. Say if anyway, it's anywhere from $97 to about, I don't know, 150. So he's pretty much giving them the GRs, and then he gets one pair. One person could possibly win out of all these boxes, right? First come, first serve, $300 a pop. You only put one lost and found in there, or like a Travis Scott, where it's like, okay, yeah, that one's worth the value, but think about it. Wherever it is, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And once one person hits, it's gonna probably attract them thinking like, dang, well, if nobody's hit yet, and the thing about it, they probably don't slide that joint into the last second because somebody could possibly get lucky and hit on that for first try.
That's what I was gonna say. So if I was gonna say that, so if somebody hits it on the first try, what do they do? Do they stop the boxes then? Because it's like, well,
my thing is this, right? I have even if let's just they try to keep it real. There's a way they can mark that box where only they're gonna know which ones actually have it in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my thing is this: if one's already missing at the tip top, that's probably that special box, and they throw that in there later.
Yeah,
you see that over in the corner. I mean, I don't know. This is a legend, but I'm saying there's so many ways they could do this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Dude, the last comment 3 weeks ago says, "What a shame." Says, let's see. Not the 2015 post with the 2016 drip to match, buddy. It's been 8 years. It's time to eliminate some else now. It's time to initiate something else now. Wow, imitate something else. They say imitate. It's time to imitate someone else now. Wow. They coming at home drip. I don't think he dressed that. I think he's all right. You know. Let's see. They said mystery bricks. A lot of people start going in on this dude. Says stop ripping off children. If someone pays 300, why doesn't it have $300 worth of things? One person put in there 24th of New York said goals fire. Wow. Standing right next to his scam. Oh yeah, homie done. He probably gonna keep his store open, but he was eating off this low key if you want to keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
He had to, you know what I'm saying? And he was proud of this too. He was really going in on this. What the hell are you looking at? You know what I mean? He's trying to make it seem like this picture wasn't set up, but it's like you really are. He got the undefeated dunks on though.
Yeah.
Who went after the undefeated dunks? I think those are still kind of low key sitting on undefeated and on sneakers. Y'all sign off in the chat. So homie wanted to be the king of this stuff. Okay, so this is where we want to pick up. This is kind of like the thumbnail I use. Mystery box king. Okay, interesting. He would say that. So that means he was starting to see some profit from this. Because think about it, he don't need, even if they all on sale, like I'm assuming the first, if he sell what 4 boxes, what 369, that's a little over 1,000. He already made $1,000 already, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll subtract what if all of them were like not, let's say they're like $97 shoes, you know what I'm saying? Subtract what 400 from that, he's still walking away with a great deal of money, like $700. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plus more. So I mean, homie, yeah. And then let's see the comments on this one says more like rip off king. Not sure how you can go about scamming kids and feel good about it. It says Bistry boxes. That was a good one. What a scam. Let's see. More like the scam king. This will end soon. And they definitely they wrote that an hour ago. They wasn't kidding. Don't know what's worse, these trash boxes or your fits. Damn, people really just don't like the dude. Nobody likes You in the sneaker community. Let's see. White man out here swindling people for mystery boxes. Clown. That's what they wrote on this. But let's see. Buy my trash. I can't get rid of mystery box king. You're right about that. That's probably what it is. Like shoes, and I don't know. This is just alleged, but probably it's shoes that he can't move in the store, so he brings them here, put them in the mystery box. Cool. We're gonna get rid of them one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Let's see. One of them says more like scam box pleasant. Let's see, peasant. Okay, cool. Call him a peasant. Buy my bricks so you can put them in your mystery boxes. Let's see. Can't wait to see you in December, brother. Hope all is well, fam. Taking the lady for a new pair. Okay, so got a few little. Okay,
This is an employee.
I'm about to say, yeah, it sounded like somebody probably was a part of the scam, but yeah, he thought he was getting away with it for a while. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
you know how it is. You keep doing something enough, and he's still on his joint too. Like I guess it just happened yesterday, actually. So he's got the off-white joints. He does the same pose. Nice Dennis Rodman shirt though. Can't hate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hate, but he does that whole vintage look. So yeah, he really was proud of moving this thing. That's where he really need to get in there. I wonder what it costs to actually get like a table or a booth at SneakerCon. Because I know they're not letting you in for free. And then he has, let's see, what once was lost is now been found. Okay, so he's trying to advertise how many pairs he got. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to move his stuff.
Is that box damaged? Top left?
Yeah, it got a little curve in it. One of them says your business is lost as these joints. I have a feeling, and I hope the company still. How long you know they've been out there? They new or what?
No, they've been out here for a couple of years, maybe.
Okay.
I guess maybe 4 or 5 years. I want to say.
Okay. It says deleted all the scammer comments, laughed my ass off. No one forgetting. Okay, so this person sounds like they got hit directly. They commented twice, and then it says got him. So yeah, I guess he's been trying to clean it up, but I guess it's getting like overwhelming because this one also says con artist cookbook is what somebody put. Let's see, freaking snakes. Dang, everybody is good. How many people did they scam? This store is not his. Okay. So apparently this is not his actual store. This is one somebody said this is a store, not his. Okay. Got you. We all kind of knew that. I'm hoping that's his store. Says can't trust a guy with a baby face who looks angry all the time. It says favorite vendor solo pair. Okay, they wrote that in Spanish. I ain't finna jack that up. So yeah, apparently people been coming at his neck, yo.
Yeah.
No cap. So yeah, he been having some drip on though, but at the same time, I would hope so if you're owning these shoes. But again, I always question one of the things I like to question is like where do they actually get this? Let me cut that off because that's definitely gonna give me a copy strike for that music. But I ain't play it that long. Hopefully they give me a little break. Okay. Well, homie, otherwise, I think homie's gonna be all right. I mean, he's probably in New York now, but I guess now he's done with SneakerCon. He's banned, or is the mystery box banned?
I was gonna ask that earlier. I was like, so that's kind of confusing when they say it's banned. So does that mean that he can't, like Royal One can't come back to SneakerCon, or just that he can't have his boxes at SneakerCon?
I would assume, and I don't know, right? I think they just mean the mystery boxes. I don't think they're not gonna let him not come. But my thing is this: he's got such a bad reputation already, as you can see by the comments. Even if we didn't count the ones that he possibly may or may not deleted, I don't know. But my thing is this: it seems like he's already got a bad reputation already. Does he really want to come back, man?
I mean, it's up to him, honestly.
I mean, this is my thing. Everybody, your face out there.
Mm-hmm.
He did the most mystery boxes, allegedly. This is what we're reading. If we go to SneakerCon tomorrow, if it's in our area and we chilling and we see him, are you finna pull up and see what's on his table?
I mean, I'll check him out, see what he's got,
I'm saying, okay, so you still willing to look, even though after he's been quote unquote, it's been alleged information out there of him scamming people, where he already trying to
Well,
get rid of stuff he can't move. So
well, for one, like I was gonna say, uh, even before this whole thing went on, the mystery boxes are something I wouldn't have even looked at in the first place. You
okay,
know, so regardless if he had them or not, I still go check out what he had on his table because I already know that's not something that I'm interested in. You know,
got you, got you.
so it don't really make or break him for me because that wasn't gonna be something that was gonna affect me regardless.
Yeah, yeah, true. So let me hit the chat real quick. SISI says that's what happens when it becomes all about cash. I saw lots of resellers flexing and how off their bands of cash today. Okay, showing off their bands of cash today. Yeah, that's all they want to do. Which that to me, and I don't want to sound like I'm hating. That just really takes away from the true form of culture. Yeah, we spent a lot of money on these shoes, man. We spent a lot of money on these, and it's not really the flexing came from more so just putting your fit and your drip together, not like how much money you can make. You know what I'm saying? That's what I kind of hate. That's where it stemmed to, but I feel
Hmm.
like it's slowly slowing down. Um, Cedric says he the king of scams. J Rod says the grand prize is a Barney 4. I mean, hey, they all right though. A lot of people like those.
Yeah, the canyons, okay.
Yeah. Ryan laughing at the Barney 4. Kwame says, I'm shocked my size, them Barney's not below retail. I mean, some people a lot of like that joint. It's like the poor man traps, just like we were saying, like what last year, right?
Hmm.
Um, Dan Anderson in the building says, hello, all. What up, Dan?
So,
The kid says, is Volcano Sport XL one of the locations where people gets the clones? This just showed up in my Facebook news feed while watching this live. I don't even know what Volcano Sport XL is.
hmm.
Um, Mike Pango says, "Is this the mystery box guy?" He most definitely is. Of course, he's eating. He's bought a bunch of duds and is gambling them off $300 a customer. I personally feel like he made at least 10 times the profit off what he put in. That's a fact.
Hmm.
Possibility, right? I ain't gonna say it's a fact. I'm gonna take it back, but I'm assuming whatever you put in those joints, he got to make twice as much off of that. You know what I'm saying? If not triple. You know, that's my whole thing with it. Manny with a kick says, King of BS boxes. Cedric says, have you ever heard of Whatnot app? I have heard of it. And I feel the same way with that as well. And I think I've done a video on it. If not, we went live on it. I'm almost positive. Um, Same scenario with all these bigger YouTubers. Again, not taking shots at any particular names. Once one person gets on the platform, they all follow suit. They all trying to get rid of some of their stuff that they're not wearing or something like that. And hopefully, by with their following, and this is just my opinion, and I ain't gotta say no names. Hopefully, they have enough people willing to, bid where they can make their money back or break even or whatever they paid for the shoe. Doesn't always happen from what they say no, but you never know. So, whatnot, I have not actually tried. If that's the question you are asking me, Cedric. Let's see. Manny with the kick says, "Scam not app." Got the magical mystery ball on there. Mike Pingle says resellers should not be considered a part of the culture. They are not necessarily evil. Anyone should have to deal with. Um, I have a love hate for the resale side of things. I miss the days where you can get a genuine pair for just an extra 20 to 40 spot. You know what I'm saying? If that, like, I remember when reselling wasn't as popular, it slowly increased very quickly once it got wind. But for the most part, I remember like worst case scenario, it used to be like you absolutely took an L, and this is a long time ago. And I want to say back in 2015, 2014, but it used to be worse. That's how long I've been collecting and been in the game. Way longer than that, but that's just one of the times where I remember where it was a problem. because I used to have no problems. I would wait. I remember used to waking up like I would sleep in and just go grab the joints right before work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. I'm on my way to work, but I'm going to go grab these shoes. I know my size. Even if they only had like one or two sizes, I knew my size was going to be there. I went to a specific store, which was DTLR at the time, still is. But I say all that to say because now I remember, like when I was saying back in the day, the resale market on the things used to be like a worst case scenario. If you had an extra $150, you can get the Jordan. So if the Jordan went for like, 160, throw an extra 150 on there. If you got 300, you can get it. That used to be the craziest price at the time, with the exception of a few random shoes. But that used to be the most craziest resale price I was seeing, like 300. And even then, I remember like, man, I really need to think about it. But I really want these guys. But I'm like 300, not bad. That used to be the mark. Now,
Yeah,
that has superseded that by a
literally
lot.
$90 away from that being retail. So
Yeah, exactly. So pretty much things just go up over time. But I say all that to say, pretty much Mike Pango is I have a love hate for them because if you do just true, even sometimes there's been situations where I'll speak for myself where I ain't have it where I couldn't even get the retail joint. I'm like, I'm gonna have to catch it on the back end for a little extra when I get everything right because I had things I had to pay for first. You know, I've been
oh,
in
yeah.
this situation as well, so I'm like, it's a love hate. Are they annoying? The newer resellers, yes, but I feel like it also influenced the older resellers where they had to get with the programmer and get lost. So I feel like the true it's gonna wing. I feel like what's going on now, a lot of these newer resellers, I ain't gotta say no names or companies, they will slowly wing out and then it'll be back to the original guys, and then we can get things back there. It's probably gonna be a while though. Not too much thing because the market, if Nike drop a whole bunch of bricks like they did last year, I know a lot of them went out of business too. And we can also think of like the pretty much the Zeta Kick situation. We see a
Mhm.
lot of people starting to fold on those as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's cleaning up slowly but surely. And that's why in my opinion, that's why we got situations like this. Okay, cool. How am I still gonna eat? Because now things are this. Okay, cool. Put a mystery box, put a price on it. Because they're selling at what and in my opinion and alleged, they're selling those mystery boxes what they would hope they could sell every shoe for.
yeah. I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I
That's
agree. Yeah,
probably what they're hoping they could for everybody to live comfortably and get paid and everybody's happy and getting what they want out of the situation. That even no, we're not talking what he put in the shoe or the price of the time of those boxes, but I'm assuming that's what he's put on there, hopefully where he can eat. You know what I mean? And everybody can eat. So that's what he's hoping that all his shoes in the stores could probably sell for. They don't want you to come through and get a deal. And I'm tired of a lot of these, and I'm not talking about him, I'm just talking about in general, the resale companies in general. A lot of these brick and mortars, right? That also one of the things that like grind my gears is whenever they're like, yo, people don't care about what the shoes, they don't mind paying an extra coming through our shop because they're paying for the quote unquote
experience.
experience. Bro, when I tell you every time I see that,
That's it. Doesn't sound like a scam.
bro, if they was to try to hit me with that in front of my face, I would leave before I catch legal trouble.
Yeah, like what else? They were like, what else store can you go to that has a full waterfall in the middle of the store? Like like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what do you mean with paying for an experience? Like, no, do you have the size of this shoe for me? Go in the back and get it and give me the price.
'Cause I don't care about this waterfall.
Yeah, I don't care about the waterfall. I don't care about your translucent shoe wall, this, that, and the third. Y'all are trying to justify why y'all are charging this. And reality is what you're doing is, I'll put it this way. If a lot of these some of them need to be around. I feel like the OGs can probably stick around or whatever. But we already got eBay and shit like that. Pause. So my thing is this: if a lot of these newer cats, and I'm talking that's been in the game XYZ, I'll say what 3 to 4 years, we can put a cap on it. 3 to 4 years has been the game that's still around that's trying to sell that experience crap to us. If a lot of y'all didn't exist, we would probably have no problems getting our shoes for retail. We don't need you guys.
Yeah,
We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. If y'all didn't exist, having people buy it for you, this, that, and the third, and the whole situation, or however it works behind the scenes, because I don't know, because I don't do it. But my thing is this: like, if you guys didn't exist, we probably wouldn't have any problems. Because I remember, like, sure, some shoes were hard to cop, but I'm telling you, like, for majority of the situations, if you just paid attention, you can go to a regular store that already had a legit Nike account. Now, the stores that got a legit Nike account, I'm all fine for it. It's the people who don't have those type of Nike accounts or Adidas account situation, but just open up their own, get as many pairs as they can, and mark it up for that value.
Yeah.
That is super annoying. That's not how I want resale is. I remember when, oh, honestly, if you had $1,000, you can damn near get almost any shoe on the aftermarket that you wanted at one point.
Yeah, if not multiple pair.
Yeah, if not multiple pair. And this was before, and that's why I give eBay a little bit of praise because we were already doing this before
Mm-hmm.
everybody got involved off of eBay. If you were just truly that behind, it wasn't these other little companies slowly. I ain't gonna say other because they ain't gonna say little because they're definitely big companies. But before all these other companies came around, all we had was eBay, and I think before GOAT, and this is just a legend in my opinion, before they took it to the app version and got up to date, it used to be a site that was called like just GOAT, but like greatest of all time that sold sneakers. So they was around, but that's one of those, they were website based and definitely different, but then they just kind of blew up as they adapted to, I'll say this, in my opinion, GOAT adapted to the resale culture very quickly because they've always kind of been in it.
Yeah.
Stadium Goods has already kind of been in the game for a while. Like these are people I know, like most likely they're not going to go nowhere. They've been doing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But all the newer cats with the botting and, I ain't gonna say no particular companies in general, but all the newer cats, those are the ones that I feel like kind of just was like the straw that broke the camel's back for us.
Yeah.
Let me hit the chat real quick. Cedric says, nah, some of them people he scammed going to pull up on him. That's a fact. He says, Manny, big facts. Scott says, sad part is dude will probably still push mystery boxes at his store and website. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna try to still try. If he's making any form of profit, he's gonna try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. Mike Penguin says, bro, resellers are getting a bigger and bigger part of the sales of these shoes. They're no longer getting 10 pairs. They are getting 25 to 50. Some people look like they get trucks full. Most definitely. Some people, I'm assuming, especially if they know it's a hot shoe, they try to pull up to that storefront. We've done lives, right? I don't know which store is, but we've done lives. There's been posts of images where they get that store's whole entire stock of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And they help them load it up on the U-Haul truck.
Sad.
Yeah, we've seen that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which company, but if you go down the rabbit hole, you will see this. This is a thing. Cedric says, Whatnot is full of scammers. I've heard that. I don't know if it's true. This is just alleged, but I've heard that as well. Watch the live feeds. I'd rather not because I ain't even gonna. The thing is, I'm not trying to like debunk what you're saying, Cedric. I know I ain't finna spend no money with those people. I ain't even finna put my. I'll be in the studio shooting another video or something, man. You know what I'm saying? I already knew I could. Sometimes you can just smell stuff when it's suspect. Is how I look at it, right? And that just screams suspect to me.
Agree.
Mike Pango says, "Hold on, experience." Nah, I'd be hot if I walked into and someone said that. Yeah, that's what they try to like. People are coming for the experience, Like, no, they're not. They're coming here because you're the only place that have the shoe in their area, and they're trying to get it and get a feel for the experience that they're giving it. I guarantee you, they're happy more so because they got the shoe, not because you provided for them. Because really, they had no other choice because of where they wanted to get it. And slowly, more and more people will wake up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the true OG sneaker resellers will probably still be around because they was doing it way before it was a thing, before everybody caught on and say, like, hey, I want to be a reseller now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As Scott says, watched a Cool Kicks video where a reseller bought 500 pandas for 140, 70K and sold to Cool Kicks for 160 each, 80K, W or L for them. I mean, he made what? He made 10,000. Yes, but it's like, bro, that was a lot of money, but once you break it down, it's like you did that all for 10K. Would you want to buy 500 pairs of pandas, take them all into this consignment shop just to market? I mean, sure, $10,000 is a lot of money, but think about it. You pretty much got that, but majority of that, to do that, you're gonna have to do it again each and every month. Yeah, there's money behind it, but I mean, like, I ain't gonna say millionaire money, you know what I'm saying? Like I know the bigger stores are appearing to get that way, but hell, I think they're just living comfortably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If nobody buys, I give them. You see how they close and fold pretty quickly,
yeah,
you know. Now that situation, to answer your question though, Scott, yeah, sure, W, but like look at all the work they, you know what I'm saying? Unless he's just botting around the clock sitting there, but still, that's, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to do that every day because what's to say that store that you're trying to take it to can't buy it anymore? You know what I'm saying? For what you have to lower your price if they want to sell it, because eventually a lot of these brick and mortar stores, they keep them open to get that 70K back that they, or to get that 80K back that they spent. They got to think about it. Whatever the shoe at 140, he sold them the Cool Kicks for 160. That means Cool Kicks got to make their money back, to make it make sense. I would assume, and they're going to sell them for what, 2 something or 300.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably the problem. Escott says, hate when resellers say you can't backdoor a store like they do. I'd never been offered entire stock by a store. Yeah, that's my thing. Everybody got a price, bro. Everybody got about a price, and you know what I'm saying? Some people just don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Everybody got a price. So if you do got a connection with one of the managers, and everybody gonna get a little extra of money, and a lot of things I know personally. Well, I seen one reseller where he pretty much said he does everything in cash. He pulls it all out in cash, and he even take pre-orders. He pulls it all out in cash and do that. So it's like pretty much it's really hard to trace cash. It can be done, but really annoying and tedious. And that's when the feds are involved. Um, Kwame says, I tried to bribe Foot Locker employees after they told me they resell, but they wouldn't give me any deal below market price. Exactly. That means the people that's coming in there that's bribing them, they're throwing that big number in their face where it's like, hey, yeah, you'd be stupid to refuse this. Not saying that's not what you did, Kwame, but I'm saying like to them, like you coming in trying to get one pair. Me coming in, I'm like, yo, your whole stock, they already don't did the math. Like whole stock go at this for retail price. Cool. If they throw an extra 100 on top of it, if I give you 80K, this gonna take care of all your transactions, and you got what? You got 10K in your pocket because it's reseller, and then they gotta move quickly too. And they only gonna do this for the super duper hype shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the only way it really makes sense if you really think about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Truly makes sense. So, yeah, this is a very interesting topic. Let me read the last little bit of this article. We're gonna go ahead and close things out. I'm pretty much almost done. We're at the hour and 23 mark. Y'all know we stay on these joint for an hour and 30 minutes. So I do want to read the last little part of this article, and then we're gonna close things out for tonight. Any upcoming releases y'all are looking for, y'all get those in your mindset right now. And we're gonna touch on those a little bit towards the very, 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 very end. Boom. Let me catch this last little part. Says, commenters flamed the pretty much owner of Royal One for mystery boxes, suggesting that he should establish floor value of boxes to set expectations around the lease values of them. In a response video YouTube posted January 11th, the Royal One defended the boxes and argued that the perception around them are skewed. Okay. He says, I know we've been on the back end of a lot of people's TikToks and people doing reaction videos and whatever he said, but people don't like showing it. Okay, so we read that. This is basically quoting what he already said. Although I'm on social media filled with videos, mystery boxes, sales showing buyers getting low value items by complaining to the people who are sharing the videos of the buyers getting higher values of the shoes from the mystery box. It says it's a gamble, pretty much, and that's how he closed it out. So, yeah, we know it's a gamble, buddy. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really tripping off that. So, that pretty much wraps up this whole debacle. So, pretty much the mystery boxes are out of here at SneakerCon, apparently, right? Hopefully, we don't see too much on this. Been on this joint for an hour and 24 minutes. Upcoming releases. Anything in particular you looking for this month, Mr. Dunks?
On the 18th, I'm probably still gonna go for those playoffs.
I need those.
I say my brother, he got them. Go figure.
Salute to Dunks, brother, with the W, man. Show love.
Yeah.
Like hey, got a little haterism in your voice.
I'm just gonna say not hating, but you know the situation. All in all, I'm happy for him. But yeah, let's say probably just those playoff 13s, reimagined threes, cherry 11s. Not really too much that I'm looking for. Those Panda highs, probably go for those 85 cuts.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm not really feeling the Panda highs. I'm gonna keep it 100 right now. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. Before y'all chop my head off, I'm on the fence.
yeah, probably somewhere in that area. If we get some more unions this year, definitely gonna try to go for those.
Okay. Okay. Cool. How did everybody go for the union? The canvas joints, the AJKOs. I know a lot of people were signing off in the Discord. We seen one person get what 4 pairs. Sheesh.
Yeah, it seems like it was an easy cop.
I mean, for the most part, because they dropped 2. They dropped on the union website on Thursday, and then pretty much on Saturday we had them drop again, which was today. Let me hit the chat real quick. We're gonna close things out. Let's see. Kwame says I offer 50 over, but I'm sure they get more. Yeah, you gotta come. Yeah, you gotta come with more than $50, Kwame.
At this point, you gotta be coming with minimum 200 over.
Yeah, you gotta be 200 over, and that's at that point, Kwame. At that point, Kwame, then you might as well take a gamble on the resale market. Man, unless you just that fuzzy that you know that you just want the real deal and you willing to pay whatever. Many with the kick says, didn't Trophy Room backdoor to Jordan 1s? And that's MJ. Yeah, he most definitely did. We've seen images of that with Ben Kicks and them allegedly. I thought I seen that floating around, but yeah, I think I have an idea of what you're talking about. Let's see. Kwame says, I need Trophy Rooms backdoor almost all pairs. I heard Trophy Rooms backdoor pretty much almost all pairs. Let's see. S1SA says, or SISA says, hit that like button. Most definitely, y'all smash that joint. Yeah. Kwame says, those craft boards come in. I think they may be tough to get. S. Scott says, Union AJKO sneakers release was weird. Took an L, but people instantly canceled because of the price drop on stock. Should Nike ban people from canceling? That's been that whole debacle and debate, I should say, where they already kind of being lenient on the returns. So I mean, I think it should be not as easy to hit that cancel button. I think you should have an actual legit reason, where if you did the wrong size. So I mean, it's kind of that's a great area for them. Not trying to defend Nike.
That still won't help with the problem because then that could just be the excuse: wrong size. That's not going to really solve the problem of people canceling because of a price drop.
I feel like Nike's in a rock and a hard place in that situation. Damn it, they do. Damn it, they don't. Jay Brooks says, never trust mystery boxes of anything. I got a marathon mystery box and it was whack. Jay Brooks says, canceling an order because you can't flip it is straight trash, can water. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. But how is Nike going to be able to determine that's what you're trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. 314 says, Craft Force, FTW. Jay Brooks says, not feeling the Jordan 1 Panda highs either. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. They're all right. I mean, it's black and white shoe. You can't go wrong with it, but I'm not saying I'm like in love with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Ryan Odell says, ain't chopping nothing up. You feel what you feel. True. Mike Pingle says, not sure. What do you mean? I ain't chopping nothing up. You feel what you feel. Mike Pingle says, Craft Force 85 ones, and I just hit on the 13 shock drop and the 90-60 bricks and woods. Okay, so you already in the game. You winning. He says, at 200 over, I might as well buy GOAT or the store in the mall. Yeah, true. That's a fact. That's what we just said. Yep. Man with the kick says, I seen the Jordan 1 Pandas in hand, not impressed. Okay, cool. I figured, how did I not know you ain't seen
God. Manny and Jeremy. That's all I want to say.
Why?
That's all I want to say. Nothing.
Why?
Nothing, Manny and Jeremy. That's it.
That's it. What? I mean, we not impressed on them.
Hey, okay. That's all I'm saying.
You think I'm gonna switch up? I ain't switching up. That's the thing.
Hey, I didn't say anything. I just said okay.
Cedric says, I'm looking forward to these taxes. That's what I need to do. Monday, I need to send them to my tax person. I got to get my paperwork in. I got it all in, I think, in the mail. I just got to sort through it and send them the proper stuff.
Yeah.
But Other than that, man, that's gonna close things out for the night. We've been on the joint for an hour and 13 minutes. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you like sneaker content. You are in the right place. Occasional try-on hauls, and of course, we will be back on Monday with Music Mondays. Y'all sign off in the comment section, man. And of course, make sure to smash that like button on the way out and sub up if you haven't done so already. My name is Jeremy Jones, and I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I thank everybody for rocking with us today. Today was a good one. Also, man, we got a lot of topics covered. Everybody's active in the chat. You know, I'd like to see that. Everybody promoting the Sold Out Discord. Also, everybody jump on that merch, man. You know, we worked hard on it. Would like to see a couple people in the chat, in the Discord, you know, showing off some merch, you know. That would really appreciate that. Goes a long way. Shows me and, you know, Polo that, you know, you guys really hearing us. You guys really care about what we're talking about and what we're doing. But besides that, man, got nothing else. I just hope everybody enjoys the rest of the night and enjoy the rest of the weekend, man. And, you know, just come rock with us again on Music Monday. And yeah, speaking of music, jump in that DJ hour, man. You know, we get it cracking up in there. You know, put some of your music in there. I'm enjoying it. I learn how to work it. So, you know, I'll frequent it, you know, every so often.
Most definitely, man. And we are officially out this thing for the night, man. Peace.
Peace.